Good evening, friends, and welcome to my confession, or what we could call this. I don't know quite yet. Damn, that's the wrong paper. What did I put there? Yes, we're off to a great start as usual. These are all my saves, more or less. All that I could find and dig out and such, numbered in sequential order. Regrettably, the timestamps of when they were lost, when they were last saved. Indeed, it says right there. Yes. Since I had to sort through them somehow, but I have them here on the paper thing, so it's all right. So let's start with number 1, which was apparently on the 22nd of March of 2019. 22nd of March. Yes, so this was my first attempt, I would think, at something. Which appears to have been abandoned, I think, pretty quickly. Because yes, I think, never mind. This was my first attempt. Let's first check this, by the way. Yes, we're taking it quite easy here. Small, but energy management definitely on. That's the thing that sold me on the game when I saw these things. They didn't look like that though, back then. But anyway, and the intricate electrical system, or one of the things. Anyway, what have we got going on here? My first thing ever. Yes, this. There appears to be a steel mill right next to places where we expect people to live. Yes, this is no good. No, but you know what's wrong? That's what's wrong. Yes, cheers. Indeed, we have Småland mellanöl. Yes. A pilsner from Småland. Simple as that. Indeed. So, but there are at least some people in the steel mill. Don't know if this was obviously abandoned for some reason, but I have made an attempt at the train, apparently. Although I don't know if we should get into what it is that I managed to build a bridge here. We have a train is rolling with steel. We're selling steel. Amazing. But okay, yeah, that's not bad, not too bad. That's not too bad. There's apparently more trains. Yes, what are you doing? Are you okay? You bringing to view button? Yes, that was a bug or something. The view button and menu button would show up as town names. But why are you doing this? I don't think that we should get too engaged in why, but at least the day-night cycle is on, so we can have a look at the night setting here, the nice sunset on the power plant before going forwards and further. And what's this? What are you doing here? That's that train again. No messages, so no fires and such. But okay, what's this? Yes, this is where the people will live and be happy, and so on. They have cinema, they have pub, they have university, they have enormous shopping center. They live in we have, of course, we have the original bus stop or bus platform. Yes, and No original little small shop though, but maybe here. Before the small shopping center, I apparently built large shopping centers instead. There ought to be. Anywho, yes, that's the first one. Yes, wait to menu. So that was on the 22nd of March. I think the game was released on the 15th of March. As of today, which is the 13th, Friday the 13th of November of 2020. Yes, the next one here is from January, no, but the 1st of April, apparently, of 2019. Second one, yes. We want one of these. Thank you. Very good. And also since this we want more of the music and all the things. Here, there we go. Very good. This is my second attempt at something. The other one was I don't know why I abandoned it, but this place. Okay. Anyway, citizen. Unsatisfied citizen erection. Small. No day-night cycle. Apparently I didn't like that. Can we get that now without restarting? Sure. Yes, so at the second attempt here, 7th of October, this I do. This was from a blank start. This, oh yes, this, now I remember this. Look at this lovely oil refinery here with the people living right next to them. Here we have a small shop and a clothing and electronics store and a grocery store. Yes, and the oil refinery. Yes, even if pollution was enabled. I'm not sure. Education is still simple though, but pollution is enabled. But I don't think it actually had an effect at this point in time in the game. If we could, I think that we could test that hypothesis. Maybe depending on how quickly it builds up and how quickly we can find that little thing. It's not education related, but it is equipment for citizens. It's what it is. It's a pollution monitoring station. Yes. Yes, it is green. So yes, pollution did not have an effect at this time, but it will start having an effect on these people now. So they will most likely get quite sick quite soon. Do we have anything else going on here? There's a train in here. What are you doing? You're bringing oil in. Okay. We seem to have a lot of that stuff. 300. This is not doing too bad. This place, 33 million rubles in 1970. Okay. Is that good? I don't know. What oil? Yes, oil. You figure out sort of quickly that that's a good basis for money, if you want that. Yes. What are you doing? You're going here to load 100% of oil and then excel it, I suppose. Yes. And if we look here, we can see that there are no chain signals. They do not exist. Is this really working? I sincerely doubt that it is. Maybe it is, but I don't know. I don't think so. Or there are all sorts of silly business going on to sort of make it work. Why is that one way? No. Left-hand drive, though, of course. What else would it? Here, I don't think I had any idea of what I was doing. But it appears to be running. Here comes this one. Yes, Malmgruvan. It's going to. Is it going to get iron? Maybe. Iron, that... We have a place called Boxholmgrad here, apparently. I suppose that's where the steel mill is. Indeed it is. Fantastic. 440 workers. Okay. How's the thing looking here if we take a look this here? Yeah, sure. Okay. We seem to be doing quite alright. Bitumen, fuel, steel, alcohol. Alcohol. We sell alcohol. We're engaged in growing stuff and turning it into alcohol and selling that. It would appear so this year, and self-sufficiency is not really a thing. We sell alcohol, but we don't drink it ourselves. No. Yes, this is more like money thing than the resource management. But what we have, yes, it seems to that we have a favorite among the housing. These bus stops bus stops are quite an appropriate term. They were terrible. Or not very good at all. The new bus platform is much better. Clearly. We have Lenin here probably looking, or sternly maybe looking down at the people so that they know what's what with this. Go to the bus stop, go to work, at the coal mine or whatever it is that you do. I don't know what it is. With a coal ore processing plant. Very good. We seem to be making quite a lot of steel, actually. This I seem to remember having quite a lot of arguments with this railroad. So now the game had been out for, what, 1.5 months? 1st of April. So actually this might actually work. It would appear so. I think that this would have started in 1960, since there is quite a bit of development here. No, there's not quite a bit of development. This cannot have started in 1960. Or did I do extended simulation already back then, maybe? Who knows? I can tell you one thing for certain, though. And that is that I had a lot of trouble building this railroad. But one can notice a difference here. This is quite nice. That now even, yes, we have left-hand traffic on the railroad. And the semaphores are on the correct side. Yes, they're on the left side. Not as it is nowadays. That has changed, and here is the evidence. And here comes the train. Do you have any iron? Oh, it seems so. Very good. Maybe I think I should get rid of this thing. There we go. Buses are going by. Yes. Lovely. But not much in the way of self-sufficiency and such, but quite a ways in I don't know, what should we call it? Extracting, enriching, and exporting resources. Yes. I mean, but I suppose the most advanced thing we make is steel, which is nothing to be scoffed at. Definitely not. For me. No, definitely not. Nothing to be scoffed at. Steel. Look at that. That is intense. that smoke. 450 workers. Still, very nice. Loading up such an old thing here this year, does it have, an effect on nothing? A lot of people have died or have just started dying. If we accelerate time a bit, we might see an epidemic, and it is quite certain that we'll see an epidemic, because it does not take long for the there we see menu button. Yes. What is all this? We have lots of oil coming in. Yes, this railroad. Come on, train. We want to ride you. There we go. Oh, hello. Yes. And the good old wagon bug soundbar. Yes. There's quite a bit of traffic here. We are also riding quickly, which is unnecessary. The deaths, yes, it is certainly climbing, and it would be the people over by the... We're living right next to the oil refinery, I would think. But this is apparently working, this railroad. Somewhat. And what I really like about it is that the semaphores are on the correct side of the track. Yes, with my left-hand drive system. Fantastic. Please fix and get that back. I wonder what happens if I place a semaphore here. Does it... will it be correct or will it be wrong? This was apparently some attempt at bridge. Yes, very lovely. Or not, but... no, it ended up on the wrong... And it changed the thing next to it. No! It ruined a couple. Okay, let's... what happens if we remove it? It's still ruined. Okay. But that's nice. That the semaphores are correctly displayed on the railroad. Come on, there we go. Thank you. Yes, and then apparently this place was abandoned as well, and maybe we should too. But it appears to be working somewhat. But it's not very challenging this year. I think that's why I abandoned this. This wasn't too hard, or sort of starting to figure the game out somewhat in one way. It's in one way of playing it, at least with the numbers ticking and so on. But the education is still off, so that's why I abandoned it. Right, and then came number 3, which was last saved on the 17th of April. Whatever the year was there. Now we shall see. Bar the pronunciation, I don't know where I ended up here with it. I shall try and get to something that is maybe acceptable. This was number 3. Yes, it is the year 1978. Okay. Started on pre-populated map, I see. Okay. Did we care anything about the indigenous population, you think? Absolutely no idea. Apparently we have immigrants here. Okay. We have a coal mine up on a hill. That's quite a common theme. One wonders how I managed to build this road. It looks very, very, very smooth. the tools worked different back then, but yes. Many conveyor towers. You can see. It appears that we have very little money, don't we? Is this place going bankrupt, or what's going on? No, but it's not making a whole lot, or we are making a whole lot. Yes, it's the regular stuff, you know. Fuel, bitumen, steel, and electricity maybe. No, it's only ticking downwards. Yes, anyway. We're processing a lot of coal and feeding that into the steel. Seem to have quite a bit of coal, but no, not a lot of iron. No. Why wouldn't we have any iron? Apparently Boxholm is placed here. Now we're still close to the steel mill. Yes, that's... I absolutely... What is going on here? Right, now this place is coming back to me. Yes. Oh, the fantastic conveyor system of coal. But very lacking iron wherever the hell that is coming from. Is it coming from up here, or what is this? No, but this okay. Iron ore. Yeah, I see. Here's where the iron ore is supposed to be coming from. Why isn't it? It is. Every now and then. This place didn't quite feel so interesting, now did it? Let's see, what is the next thing? Yes, the next thing actually had a name. Det totalitära Böhmen. Yes. The totalitarian Bohemia. And that was number 5 then. Yes. The 30th of May. And number 4, well, that was... No. You're jumping ahead. There is something... I have played this game a lot. That was the 17th of April, wasn't it? The 12th of May was this. Let's see if this wasn't the same. No, this is a different thing. Yeah, damn it. How do you live? Look at this place. This is going to go very well for these people living here. We have an environmental, pollution monitoring station here. And it is very green. It will not stay green. And we apparently have 2 oil refineries too. Okay. This place seems to be making money. What have we? We're still on easy. But we have, yes. No, day-night cycle. We're not going to restart on that. It seems to be more of the same here. Yes, that is what you can expect. More of the same, but slightly different. Do we need to run it at, I don't know, it's running at high speed. The semaphores seem to be on the wrong side of the track. Yes. Was it for such a short while that we had them correct? Okay. Anywho. Does change signals, is that a thing? No. Apparently this is not a thing neither. You really had to make do with what you had. What are you? You have not taken the step up to diesel-propelled locomotives yet, though. Apparently, even though we make a whole lot of fuel, but I think that we are, and also we at least I think that we are always self-sufficient on power. No. What the hell? What? Why are we importing power? But it was still on easy, yes, and such. Wait, yes. That is not the place. The totalitarian Burman is number 5. Yes, 3 weeks later. Yes, 3 weeks later. Roll more music and cheers. This is the totalitarian Bohemia then. Quite a nice steel mill you got there. It's a bit of a shame for the people that has to live next door and such. Apparently invested in a lot of things, but also selling power, bitumen and oil. Yeah. And for dollars, yes, fuel, iron, coal, power. Yes. And this is what is this? Yes, this is a mistake to do as a beginner. But beginner, well, considering, yes, still a rookie if you compare to where we are now. Which is the perspective that is easiest to use is the current one, you know. Yes. So, 1.5 months or so since the game was released, we have Kirunagrad. Yes, I would guess that it provides iron, and it seems to be quite good at providing iron. Yes, and we have Göteborg, where the outside of Göteborg is where the oil refinery is. Yes. And we have Ukraine, apparently, where we have the bread basket, maybe. I don't know what they're doing with this. Yes, yes. This almost worked. How much food do we actually import at this? Because I know this was my first serious attempt at actually, you know, feeding the people, so to speak. At least being self-sufficient on that. Yes, here, old road cargo station, very good. Oh, lots of traffic. It will be. But how are we doing on that? Feeding ourselves. No imports of food. A bit of import of meat. So it's maybe working. How much people we have? 25,000. That's okay. And that's an unpopulated map. Okay. And we have fires. Yes, reasonable. We have increased to. Remember, these were not changeable up until very recently here. Complex pollution. Yes. And day-night cycle. We have to. Okay. Apparently, there should be a train involved here. What's... Okay. How did you do this without change signals? Or had they become a thing, maybe? Yes, they had. Yes, now we're getting... Oh, what was this then? 30th of May, yes. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, change signals. They were a good addition. I don't know if the railroad is working here. I don't even know what's going on here. But apparently the food distribution is sort of working. We are actually self-sufficient on food, maybe. Sort of. Pretty much. This also looks pretty hazardous for the people living here, and there's a house on fire. Well, that should be dealt with. Very good. Did anyone die? No. Maybe some will. No, they were not badly hurt. What were we at here? Reasonable. Yes, that was it. Okay. Yes, but this is not going to work, you know. This is not going to go well at all for these poor people. Here. Do we have any of those? No. Or if it is in there, I cannot. No, pollution didn't have an effect. So, what the hell, apparently. Yes, but this is... yes, and this, I did not... I mean, you should have started with this about half an hour ago or so, but yes, this commemorates 1 year since the first video was posted to this here YouTube channel of Dr. Cluding. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, but we're not quite there yet with the game now, because we're on the 30th of May. Yes, this place is not going to survive for very long when the pollution thing is actually a thing. Also, we're not playing with fires, are we? Yes, we are, but we are doing it dangerously. View action pollution, please. Okay, yes, it's very bad. Okay, these people will start getting very, very sick very, very quickly. Since they are living right next to the coal power plant. Will it be so quick that we can... Yes, it is sort of moving, isn't it? I think it is. If you put it on, for example, the Workers' March folk version, of course, and see how they do. Energy. The place is apparently called where they live. Not for long though. No, but it is the totalitarian Bohemia. This, goddammit, what do you expect? This, I mean, I think it's pretty spot on. You make electricity. It's what you do. And I suppose dig for coal too. Usually, yes, we have. But this is, yes, if we, you know, I haven't critiqued anything. I've only critiqued the game. I haven't critiqued my layouts or anything. What have we learned? This is actually not a too bad a way of doing it. This is more or less how I do it nowadays. If we have a remote, I would do it nowadays. If we have a remote coal mine as a bus stop, that seems to be doing quite well. But we definitely have a lot more coal here if we would want. For a few more days maybe, until the people start dying here. Or leaving, but it is unreasonable, so it will take a while. But yes, fires and trying to take food seriously. Not too bad. This, this doesn't look too bad, does it? Except a lot of people will die here, but if we can ignore that for a bit, there is still some stuff going on. And if there is smoke, it's working. It seems a bit overdone, this or something, whatever it is. What is this? Is this some sort of mass storage system, maybe? I would say so, yes. Yes, they stored a whole lot less back then. Here comes a long train, apparently. But this, this is... all of these are disasters waiting to happen. Why are you standing still? You cannot store or export oil. Yes. Seem to have a lot of oil. Moskva we have here, apparently. What is this? Fabric. Oh, we're making our own clothing from our own crops. Really? That's impressive. If that's the case. This here. Oh, yes, we do. We are self-sufficient on alcohol and yes, all of life's base necessities, basically. Actually, food, meat, more or less meat, alcohol, clothing, yes. Electronics, we make our own electronics out of imported electrical components or something, I don't know. Or we buy Western electronics, maybe, no. That was export. Yes, we buy Western electronics, it would appear. Cement. Yeah, still no construction going on, but at least, building, or what you might call it, using that aspect of the game to any aspect. But the trains are a common occurrence. Yeah, there seems to be. There is it is as it is with the ships, but the more better than the ships, because the trains are also things that I both like and dislike. They certainly have their uses. I think I've been ranting about this before, but that's the way it is. Long haul freight, fantastic, incredibly efficient if you have the thing and everything. And short passenger travel. That's the thing. That's what it's good for. And if you for some reason want to do long haul passenger traffic, it works for that as well. If you have the time, and it's a quite nice way to travel. If you don't need to if you're not in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, there's an airplane. Otherwise, you can take the time on the train. Yes. Why did we go off on that tangent? I hate high-speed rail at places where it's not called for. Yes. I'm very, very, very worried that some idiots will start something that will be such an incredible waste of work and resource that is hard to even grasp the ridiculousness of it. This also seems like a fantastic place to live, right next to the coal mine. Well, it is it's good. It's not what is it called? Dagbrott. I know that, open pit mining, but there's a better word for the thing. You know what? Yeah, open pit mining is good enough. Dagbrott. That would be worse. But this maybe in time it will cause a bit of cave-ins here and such. But it seems that the resources are endless. We know that they are endless. And I even think that it says on the official roadmap that it is off the official roadmap that the depletion of resources. That's not something that's going to happen. That is. We have a television station. We do 86% people per percent. 25,000 people. What the hell is this? 25,000 people. And we are feeding them all. This is not actually too bad. Then, I suppose, I guess, this is sort of working. As only refinery outside of Göteborg. But it is a very, very small amount of the map developed, but it's 25,000 people. Not too bad. Have they started dying yet? Well, something has happened, yes. They have started dying quite a bit. And if it would have been on hard reaction, they would have escaped. Many of them would have escaped instead of dying. This must have been expensive, this bridge. Ah, damn it. And this, what the hell is this? This looks really complicated. This looks incredibly complicated, I have to say. Wonder if this would work if left. I don't think so. Have we advanced to? We have advanced to the age of diesel locomotives. Yes. Or rather, not putting up electrical wires above our railroad. We have them besides the railroad instead. Much better. And an oil refinery, and it seems that this is actually, not placed right next to where people are living and such. Have we got any workers in it, you think? You're missing oil, but you were not bringing oil. Okay, this place maybe isn't doing so well. Well, where is the oil supposed to come from then? Yes, we're still on this. Yes, the totalitarian Bohemia. Yes, the totalitarian Bohemia. Are we done with the totalitarian Bohemia, you think? I don't know. What's out here? And this was... what is this? Iron, I suppose. Coal. This is extra coal for... What is this? Yes, this, pardon me. this really was, a first attempt or a first serious attempt at some sort of self-sufficiency. Because this place, I believe, is called like the Skafferiet or something. Skafferiet. It is called Skafferiet. The warehouse, sort of. But sort of more like your personal storage. But it can also be used for large things. There it says Skafferiet, yes. So, Fengeni import. This I remember this now. This was first attempt at actually constructing things with workforce. Not maybe that much of our own resources. Now we're apparently even buying steel, auto importing everything here. As you cannot drive to the customs house at this point. This would apparently be $4. But this is not going to be very popular here with the people once the iron train gets here, because I suppose it will at some time. What the hell are you doing? This is not going to work. Whatever it is that you're trying to do here, I can guarantee that it's not going to work. We have iron here. I think that this is an attempt at setting up a buffer or something. And this place, I'm pretty sure, was abandoned just because that I had concepts and thoughts and ideas of how to do things, and they didn't quite work out. It was close to getting there, but it was a bit clunky and bad. So that maybe that gets us to. Now this will be quite a jump in time, because the next bit is actually what was not what was started 1 year ago from here, but how it ended. What was started, not started, continue. Yes, the demokratiska Böhmen as the democratic Bohemia, number 6. And let's give it one of those. That reminds me that I've not been playing very much music. So, the democratic Bohemia. This is... I think I had built quite a bit of it on my own before saying to myself, if you're going to continue playing this game to such of an extent, you're going to have to do something more than just sit down and just fiddle about with these damn things and try and make them work. So what you're going to do is you're going to record yourself talking to yourself and an imaginary audience. Imaginary, well, you know what I mean. I hope it comes across what it is I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's apparently how it is. So well, yes, record. Yes, don't listen to that. Sounds terrible. It's not possible to make out what it is I'm saying. But I had to start somewhere, and the important bit is that I actually started doing it. I didn't have the best equipment, but anyway, I got. But it did not help really with the addiction and such here, because if anything, I think it made it worse. This is the 25th of January. This. And from now, from the middle of October, November, yes, November. Friday the 13th, yes. It's about a year, yes, more or less, give or take, whenever yes, cheers. There was a bit of ornaments there. This I'm surprised at how smooth this is running, actually. 72,000 people. There's a lot of crazy bridges and things going on here. This place, I know, we focus on export, but aren't we a bit self-sufficient too in things? I mean, not that we have built anything, but we have really built anything. But we build and sell stuff, I believe. I mean, quite advanced stuff. Last year, $236 million we exported for or something. Yes. That sounds significant. 370 million in total. Vehicles. Yes, very good. The roads seem a bit rough. Yes, that demokratiska bourbon. This was actually, you know, quite a bit of work put into this. But yes, I suppose it is the self-sufficiency that costs so many CPU cycles that makes it impossible to play, because at 72,000 people den traditionella bondedemokratin, TPD, was not running this smoothly. Definitely not. And of course there are other factors as well, but one of them maybe. Well, yes, there is a lot of more work and stuff going on, I suppose. And complicated route findings and everything. Look at the map. How developed is it? Well, a bit actually. This is quite developed. There's lots of stuff going on here. Yes, but there are also plenty of things already on this here video platform that one can partake in if one should want to, but as I have said many times, it's a different game nowadays with the curvy roads and railroads and such. This is how I used to do it. They are a bit sharp around the edges. Here we have a pretty impressive metropolitan area, I believe. If this is the town, isn't it? Oh, that's large. Utbildningsbank, no, that's the wrong place. Not the place I was thinking of. But this is significant too. Yes, does this have any special cool features or anything that we want to look at? It has a very, very special railroad system. I'm reliably informed. That I doubt is working to 100%. I just recall that there's a lot of stupid things going on here with the railroad. Well, that maybe it sort of works, but it does so through various. But this is not an easy railroad to build. We can ride you. What are you doing? You're transporting crops. Okay, that's a good sign that we have crops. You seem to be going very slowly. You are going quite slowly. It is very steep uphill, I would imagine, and there's some sort of sharp thing. Well, yes, this place has a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, there ought to be like 1,000 Beatles going around. It's a traffic jam. 25 viewers on. Here we could notice a slowdown. Yes, I think that this doing exactly what it is that we're doing right here, flying over a place like this where the game is smooth otherwise, but at a particular area it slows down. That is where we are going to see the increase on the next branch of the development of the game or production of the game, which will be 0.8, 0.3 point unknown at this time. I think I got it right. Yes. Was not in TBD. I think. Television station. I haven't even named the television station, really. That seems rather sloppy. There is a lot of things going on here, though. How develop this? Yes, but the amount of fields and everything here, this is nowhere near what we need nowadays with the heating, with the seasons. I think with that you need at least 3 times as much nowadays. Yes, and I've been considering this original stock map. If one were to do a restart of no. Yes. It is a good map. There isn't a lot of, where the hell would we have all the fields that we need? We could have a bit here. We obviously can have here maybe there appears to be oil or something. Yes, so here is definitely very, very arable. Where there is also oil. God damn it. Down here, yes, here we could also. And here, obviously. Yes, one could try the. Yes, we're done here. Thank you very much, the demokratiska bömen. There is, at least the end. There is a playlist called The End. That I think could be worth at least looking into. Yes. But by then I've sort of gotten some things sorted out at least. Starting to, all things being relative, of course. If you consider this sort of sorted out. Yes. So, where do we go next? After the demokratiska bömen came the proletarian prefecture, the proletarian petroleum prefecture. Yes, this thing. The proletarian petroleum prefecture. Yes. So, okay. And this I think is, this is the one. This has a pretty cool feature actually. Well, this is an entire series on YouTube, but the sound is not well balanced. It's still not perfectly balanced, but I think it is pretty decent. For now, it passes my car test at least. Somewhat. I'm an amateur, goddammit. Give me a break. Anyway. or give yourself a break maybe. Yes. The petroleum prefecture. Indeed, this is what it is. I think here is quite serious stuff. Yes, this is the thing with this one. Here we have unsatisfied citizen reaction hard. For the first time, a day-night cycle, yes, and fires normal all vehicles. Yes, I hate those annoying pop-ups all the time. I hate. No, you know what I mean. I dislike them. They are annoying. But that's quite hard settings, yes. And here's where I figured out why, or rather that you need a lot of ambulances if you play on hard citizen reaction for your population to grow. Otherwise, they will not grow due to infant mortality and such. We are pumping oil all the way from out here, and we actually have an ambition of keeping it, fire protected. I wonder if it's working. We have 4 firefighters. This is before I learned about the trick, I should say. Yes, I cannot credit it to the great person because I don't know who it was that posted it on the Stefan, but it made complete sense, with the bus stop trick. Yes. Anyhow, this is very remote because this place is rather unique in that it has it has 2 settlements. Yes, 3 settlements. Okay, for a long time it only had 1, and this is quite significant settlement thing. Yes, this is because what we had. Take it a bit easy here now. Yes, and try to be structured about this. Yes, because down here. A pipeline starts. We can see it's pumping. Very good. And then it continues for like a very long way through a system of pipes and pipelines and pumps and more pumping stations and more oil derricks and many more oil derricks and fire stations and bus lines and all sorts of things. Yes, lots of things. A very, very long pipeline is what we have. That's not the way it goes though. It goes this way maybe. It's maybe, no, this is... could we try and do this in a more structured fashion? Yes, I shall try this way. And this is a custom map from the Steam workshop Krasnoyarsk in Siberia, which is apparently extremely oil rich, and this was a challenge or something. It was had an entire scenario written into it, and I at first I tried to do it. This is what it ended up as. But I since I had not figured out the thing about the population growth, and I do believe that we have a zero immigrant policy almost, at least. I cannot guarantee to 100%, but maybe. Yes, to survive on the original population, yes, that was a sidetrack. To get back to the main track, which was pipeline, oil industry. Yes, custom steam something. You see, there's a lot of oil, and the challenge was to start on hard economy. I did that. I was not used to construction and stuff, and I gave myself a few $millions or rubles, I think, not that much, but a bit. To get going, but this is what it ended up as. That was early on. This has a lot of development, especially all these pipes. Yes, there's a lot of stuff here, and this is actually sort of fireproof. How much oil do we produce then? Or do? So we have 2 oil refineries. We don't have a lot of oil. We have a bit of a buffer, but we don't have a great storage. No. But we have 2 oil refineries running at a ridiculous number. That's not bad. No, it isn't. That's actually pretty good. And I'm pretty certain that if one leaves these, you have the windows in the way of the impressive smoke. Should we turn on high particle effects, maybe see if we can get the most out of this. Particles high. Yes. I don't know if it made any difference, but something. It's a very large radio thing, apparently. Right, is this... yes. The thing here is we are not self-sufficient in any way here. We have so much oil that it is, we don't need to care, really. But I think that we got a bit bored with the oil and got into steel eventually. And the coal was very, very far away. We had to build... Oh, there we have a proper power plant. Yes. Very nice. Very good. I think economy-wise, this is doing like incredibly good. This year, 1993, we're doing 11 million rubles in August, yes. Okay, here we have invested quite a bit. But imports, do we food? Yes, we import everything. We import everything. Absolutely everything. That's great. But we have so much oil and it pumps itself, and we just need to supply firefighters, and that is how it is. If you have this much oil, you don't need to care really. But yes, I think isn't this might have a bit of a neat little thing here, or is that the other one? No, this is the one. This actually has a cable car, doing cable car stuff. Going up and down a steep mountain. Which was really tricky, and that's a pink one for some reason. Okay, we're driving workers here. Yes, I think that we're driving workers here, getting them on one of these, going down to a fire station down at the valley, deep down in the valley, to keep the store of iron that they dig out of the mountain here safe. Iron or processed iron ore, I should say. So whatever it is, iron pellets or something that we make. They're in the ore processing plant. Anyway, iron. Yes, it's very flammable thing. It catches fire spontaneously a lot. So that's not so good. No. Yes, and I know many people have suggested that if one could just click a button on a destroyed building and rebuild or reconstruct, start construction, restart construction, or build with money, that would solve many headaches. But maybe it would make it too easy. I don't know. That's quite a steep conveyor there too. Very nice. That's how this is how you're supposed to use both conveyors and these things. That they are very quiet. We need to put in a bit of music then. Yes, very good. Okay, yes. But here I'd say that I'm starting to get quite comfortable with the game at this point where we can build. That is a damn steep. All of this, and up here is, I think, as part of the traveling. What would it be called? It wouldn't happen to be called Kiruna. Yes, it would happen to be called Kiruna. You wouldn't know it. No. And in iron, lots of iron. Yes, 2 processors, very nice. Completely isolated from the rest of the world. Okay. I seem to recall that this railroad is quite something, or quite ridiculous, depending on how you look at it. We wouldn't happen to have a train leaving. Well, we could make a train leave. You have the most on board, so we'll take you. Because we are, look at the map here now. We are up in the mountain here, yes, and we need to get down to where is the steel mill? What are we doing with this? Or are we just selling the iron? Did I not build a steel mill here? I think I gave up, or just figured that to hell with it. No, we have sold steel. We have a steel mill. Okay, where the hell is it? The steel mill is probably somewhere around here. This I don't know. Or down here where the coal is. No, now it's coming back to me. I know exactly where it is. Can I find it by clicking the map? I don't know. But anyway, I know where it is. Sort of, maybe. We're here to look at the railroad and the insane things going on. That's quite a viaduct. And this, oh yes, I remember now, this railroad is actually sort of obsolete since we have the conveyor, but this is, the conveyor thing is, I think an addition or something. For a long time we relied on the railroad. But, yes. Maybe I just wanted to mess with or play with the cable cars, cableway and cable thing and conveyors and such. So we could get that to work, but then this railroad was not an easy feat to build, or cheap for that matter. Oh. I should say it was not an easy feat to architect, and then it was not cheap to get done. No. We're very much dealing in money here, but here we have apparently for ourselves a railroad, or a bridge, a double track. It's a bridge, yes, very nice. And incredibly efficient at this particular moment in time, since we happen to meet the train right on the bridge, which is not bad timing. If one were to have had a look out that way, it might have looked even better. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, so this map is pretty cool actually. It's a lot of mountains and stuff, and a lot of oil, and we went sort of all the way with it. But it's all. And yes, I said I injected money into the system. I gave myself a medium start basically. I changed my mind on the start capital. I gave myself a medium start. 2-3 years into the game. Yes. We could get something going. But it kept nagging me, that thing that I had not, that I had injected into it, even after it was finished. So what happened then? Should we continue? Right, and this is just this beginning. This insane. I don't even know what you'd call this. It is something. But in terms of map development, I mean, it's not a lot. Population 25,000. I would say that we are making quite a lot of money for 25,000 people. It's quite steep. You still have to use the engine apparently. Yes. It's a wonder that you don't run away. Yes, this railroad I seem to recall being a little bit bothersome to get built or to get architected. Yes, to get drawn in, and then yes, as I said, very expensive to build. But money is not a problem. And yeah, don't we have something here? I think that we do. On map. We have Lisa, of course. Yes. Yeah, I forgot about Lisa. We had Lisa in the Demokratiska Böhmen as well, but we forgot about her. Then she was not a ship. Then she was a train. But apparently she is at the docks, or what you call it. She's not in operation. No, I built a railroad instead. Stupid boats. They did not work very well back here. No. But this is sort of a dense metropolitan area. You have these locomotive trains going round and round and round and round here, and dropping people off at the oil refineries, the television broadcasting tower, prefekturens fria ord, the free word of the prefecture. Yes, 70% rating. Yes, don't build this. Build the stock one instead, because this you need to get even more people in to get the rating up. It's still not enough. If you can't even have this many workers in the stock one. To do, and I have seen it at like 96% or 95% at least. Yes. Anywho. We seem to have a pretty good flow, I would say, of the resources. I mean, we pump the oil in, we process it, we put it in a bit of a buffer, but it's not a lot. The train comes and picks it up, drives it to the border. And I think I got this scheme going here, so we can notice that both the dollar account and the ruble account is actually quite large. This is... Yeah, I think we're taking this quite seriously. We're building capital, because on the side, I think I've been selling all the bitumen. In the scenario with the map came also, you need to export stuff for the Soviet Union. Okay, but on the side I have exported a bit of bitumen and now it is 1993. So that was a good thing. That we had $103 million in the bank. Yes, not bad for a nation of 25,000 people. I even think that we have the natives left alone right here. Yes, they have been left alone. And then there was coffee, right? But there was one thing that kept nagging me about this, and that was that I did inject money into the thing. So the next thought I had was this. This was last saved then on the 7th of April of this year, I believe. Yes. Okay, yes, because this is... I had a save before injecting the money. Yes, I did. So I went back to that and I did the whole thing. I don't know how many episodes or installments, whatever you want to call it. Many. 30, 40 maybe. They have not been released. They're just laying about, and I don't think. What the hell? But I thought I wanted to prove that I could do it again without injecting money, and apparently I could. And now it's 1983. We are surviving. We are good. We are doing good. We have even started getting into crops here, but I could not be bothered doing the same thing again with the thing, with the oil, building all that stuff. No. What they did do though was take a different approach to iron mining. And here I believe we used something called a nuclear bulldozer. Kiruna Stan it's called here as well, yes. But the nuclear bulldozer was used to create this place, I think. Yes. How many people we have here? 11,788. Yes, apparently you could do it, but not quite as quickly. No, it takes a bit more patience. But this is starting to get somewhere. Yes, never mind that. That's a boat that has been upset for a long time since the bridge was built, and I'm not going to tear down the bridge for the boat's sake. I'm not going to sell it neither. Yes, this is version 2 of the Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture, which isn't that petroleum based. I mean, we have a basic petroleum thing going. But we do a bit of everything, I think. But this year, how we are not self-sufficient by any means. We try, however, we're doing pretty well. Well, somewhat decently. Okay. We at least have the... we aspire. Yes, so this was on hard start, and for the thing given. Oh, and we have train sets. Yes, diesel train sets. I wonder if these are still working with the refueling algorithm changes and such. That's something that we could maybe figure out. And this has something to it too. I don't know what... I think the railroad was working quite well here, actually. I think it was. And it doesn't have too many oddities, maybe. I don't know. I don't know at all. Ambulances seem to be going in and out of hospital. Right. There are many ambulances here. I wonder if the bug with vehicles getting stuck wasn't a thing back here. You know, I can't seem to recall it being a problem here. That's, as my memory should not be considered as anything but pure speculation. At best, pure speculation. Right. When we have a sunset over the Tarja here, the träskmark, fan. Kletblött, mjukt, wet, and very rich in oil, apparently. This, if you could set seasons and then also set, sort of harshness, and also if you wanted to do it real hardcore, set the longitude, latitude, the thing that affects the daylight, and for example be within the polar circle. No, not make it that bad, but something. And you can fiddle about a bit and make the nights a bit lighter, as I have done, which makes it a whole lot more better and nicer experience, I think. Yes. What is this? Proletariatets petroleum. Okay. Radio station. For some reason, a train with boards. Okay. This is actually how I would still do it. We are joining two double tracks together. Yes, it is. Although it would probably look a little bit smoother nowadays with the curvy bits. Yes, so this is what I've been saying, that I miss the old look. No, doesn't look that good. It looks all terrible. No, not terrible, but it has a certain charm to it. Certainly. Yes. But yes, you could drive your train straight through there, most certainly. But the thing that I was talking about was the curves of the railroad. Yes. And that, and the roads too, and everything, and how they have completely changed the look of the game. Pardon me. I tried to hold it. I figured I'd try to hold it back, and then I realized that I cannot really do that, and then that did not turn out great. Sorry. Yes, you were saying about this. Workers and resources, Soviet Republic. Yes. God damn it! This game. Why? I don't know. Was this version 2? Yes, this was version 2. And what happened then was, this thing. This, I believe, is going to take slightly longer time to load than the previous ones. And I did not think to look at the date. Damn it, when it was that. I think it ought to have been like the. I don't know. Damn it, I forgot to look. Yes, this takes a little bit longer to load. It is a little bit more complex. Has a little bit more things going on. Yes, we can. Not no, yes. Right, this is we have sent a lot of ships out. Lovely. Yes, this is more like it. If you just think about the development. But yeah, damn it, it is. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's put it that way. And this is what it takes to be to have this. We seem to be selling. Yes, this is not a good example. Since we had started selling, but the thing is that we usually don't import anything or do anything. Gravel for half whatever it is. As I'm not even going to try this time. It's a high number. Let's call it that. 13,748, 49, 50 of something. Whatever it was. Anyways. All the way from Salia to Mormorsk. I don't remember where Mormorsk is. But this is Katsinchan. That we should be coming up on here. Or we went by. No, that was the thing. There, you're not going to Katsinchan, though, you know. Screw that, we're going this way. I wonder why this is running so slowly. I suppose it's one thing that one would probably suggest that you do is go around to all your construction offices, then tell them not to auto search. Yeah. Yes, but you have to do that to all of them, and I don't think that's going to happen because there are a few, and also it's quite handy feature to have. How many will you have to do before it is noticeable? I don't think it will be noticeable. This is hopeless. Yes, I'm both. I'm so split about this. Oh, God damn it! There's a lot of stuff that's gone into this, and it is impossible to enjoy. God damn it! And I've tried tricking about with recording and doing some sort of time lapse with sound and speeding it up and making it smooth and such. But speeding up. So I have to speed it up by 3 times to get it to 30 FPS, yes, which will be acceptable. But you don't get the weight of the train anyway. It doesn't look as good as it does when it is coping. So it wasn't of any real benefit or use. You got a lot of crops. That sounds good. Yes, this is just too much. God damn it. But this is what it takes. They have 104,500 population. Apparently. If you want to overdo stuff or something. Yes. I think that will have to be it. I mean, I'm trying to patiently await the point 3 release and see if it beckons. But for the moment, and the way I feel about it is that this is as far as I've ever taken the game. This is much work as I've ever put into an attempt at Marxist-Leninist simulation in this form, in this thing, and yes, it is a bit tangled, messy with the wiring and such. Everything is not that great. But the point is, it has been built with our own stuff and with our own workers and our own resources. As we are so incredibly rich, I think. I'm not sure, but I think so. Since I cannot pronounce the number, I think that we're pretty rich. Even though it apparently is the year of 2160 plus 100 or whatever it was. So much stuff. Yes, they've also been talking about larger maps, which is a bit interesting because supposedly it should not matter really for performance because it should only be related to draw distance, meaning that you could have the same sort of resource processing and flow and workers and such before it gets bogged down as you currently can. It's just that you could have it more spread out. Say we wanted long train journeys, for example. Yes, but then I think that it should be possible to also have rectangular maps and such. Incredibly long with incredibly long train routes with coal, incredibly rich coal resources and incredibly rich iron resources and lots of terrain and things and hills and stuff to get around and stuff to get over there. That would be something to get the steel mill, or you would get them into the middle somewhere where maybe there would be a steel mill as go on. But that is that might be far off. I don't know. We shall see what happens. Friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.